Hey yo, what's good my friends? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Kojik. I'm a German rapper and I think this is the first time that I'm reacting to something that's not music. This is not music, man. This is spoken word. The meaning of life Muslim. Spoken word. I got many recommendations on this. I came to this from Coke Studio Pakistan because Pakistan is pretty much everybody is a Muslim. That's what I got from that. Coke Studio songs, especially the older ones, are all about religion. I mean, I can't remember actually every song is some God related or prophet related. Anyways, man, this recommendation, I'm excited, man. I've seen thumbnails that are very clickbaity, by the way, from people who are crying about this. Yeah, I don't know how someone who's just talking can make you cry, but we will see, man. We will see. Something's about this. It got many views, so I'm excited. And actually, we got subtitles. Right. Okay. Which country is that? Hold on. I couldn't figure it out, man. Oh, I don't know. Nice intro, by the way.
What are we doing here? And where are we gonna go? It's like we just woke up one morning and then it's welcome to the show. Don't ask any questions, just go with the flow. Make as much money.
Oh, hold on, he's rhyming actually. Okay, I'm getting the vibes here. I'm getting the vibes. He's asking questions first of all.
Don't ask any questions, just go with the flow. Make as much money as you can and try your best not to get broke. Copy everything you see on the TV, from the hairstyles to the clothes, and don't think too often, just do exactly as you're told.
Hey man, this already criticizing capitalism to its fullest, man. Why are we all about money, man? This is the first thing.
And don't think too often, just do exactly as you're told. And if you ever get confused, then just turn towards the alcohol. You'll still hear your thoughts. Then just turn up the radio as you learn to live a lifestyle of drugs, sex, and rock and roll.
I mean, I don't like drugs. About the second one, that's a private thing, right? And the other thing is not a bad thing, I think. Except you are into drugs, man.
Learn to live a lifestyle of drugs, sex, and rock and roll. But in all honesty, I just need to know, is there more to the cycle than growing and getting old? Living and dying just to leave behind a happy home and a whole lot of property that somebody else is going to own.
Somebody else? I mean, I want to say in this place, I mean, when I look at my parents, like what they will, I think it's inheriting, right? What I will inherit from them, right? I mean, you do it for your children, right? So it's owning somebody else, but somebody who you love, man. That's actually a thing that comes to my mind from this.
A lot of property that somebody else is going to own. I just really need to know before the casket's closed. Cause I'm not willing to gamble with my soul, nor am I ready to take any chances. These are just simple life questions and I'm just searching for some answers. Like, what are we doing here? And what is our purpose? How did we get here, and who made us so perfect? And what happens once we go, or is this world all really worth it?
Yeah. So this goes into the direction of the idea of Allah, and life is just the playground of God, like something like this, and after life there comes the day of judgment and stuff like that. So now it's getting religious. It wasn't up to this point, man. All right.
And what happens once we go, or is this world all really worth it? Questions we don't answer because apparently we don't really have to. There's no purpose to this life and our existence is merely natural. Then in that case, please let me ask you, did you create yourself, or was it somebody else who had fashioned you? Cause you're a being that's impeccable, faultless and unparalleled.
Oh, okay. I'm not impeccable, man. I'm just saying, I'm not... Hey, I'm grateful to whoever created me. Like, I should have said that. I'm not religious. But I'm not saying God doesn't exist. So, if God was the one who created me, I have to be grateful. I keep that in my mind, right? But I'm not perfect, man. Of course not.
Cause you're a being that's impeccable, faultless and unparalleled. You're a product of supreme intelligence, and I'm merely being rational. For there isn't a camera on this earth that can come close to the human eye, nor a computer that can compete alongside the human mind. And if the whole world was to come together, we wouldn't be able to create a single fly.
Oh, look, why am I so pessimistic? Why am I thinking computers are more clever than humans? That's honestly what I'm thinking, man. Hey, boy. I'm too pessimistic for this, man. I'm getting the point that you can't grab it, right? What's God created life, you can't grab life as it is. It is something you can't explain how it began and how it will end, right? There's life and death, but there's no explanation on this. But I won't get in the point of humans are clever. I don't know, man.
To the human eye, nor a computer that can compete alongside the human mind. And if the whole world was to come together, we wouldn't be able to create a single fly. So many signs.
Oh yeah. Okay, he's basically saying we can't create life. Of course we can, like by getting pregnant we can create children, but not another form of life, right? All right.
Yet we still deny. As science tries to justify that all this could come from none, when it's a simple sum. 0 plus 0 plus 0 cannot possibly ever give you 1. So from where did all this order come? For everything has its origins, a maker, a creator of its own. I mean, the only reason you're watching this video is because somebody had to press upload. So we can believe in the Big Bang, but I'd rather believe in he who caused it to explode.
So yeah, we're on the point where he's talking about the creator who made this world, and the thing that scientists can't really explain, like how everything began. Like there's this theory, but Muslims doesn't believe really in this. They say God created like the whole world and every life on earth. Honestly, don't think that one of this either is more probable, right? You can't put it into words, so you can't imagine this fact, man. So when you can't imagine God, you can't imagine like the beginning of life, that something came from nothing. How can you believe that there's a being like God that ever existed? How is that possible, on the other hand? I don't know. Both things are difficult to imagine, man.
But I'd rather believe in he who caused it to explode. Allah, the creator of everything along with every single soul. The ever-living, the master, the only one who is in control. Unlike his creation, beyond our imagination. And no, he's not a man, nor does he have any partners in association. He's on his own.
I somehow like the fact that he says God is not a man. Hey man, this is almost woke. You know what I'm saying, man? I don't know. This is because there are pictures of how God might look, but why should he look like a human, right? It doesn't make sense. Maybe he's just a sphere. Maybe he's just a star. Looks like a star, you know, it's just...
Unlike his creation, beyond our imagination. And no, he's not a man, nor does he have any partners in association. He's on his own. And no, he did not ever leave us alone.
You know. I always wonder, because there are so many bad things happening in the world. He's saying he never left us alone and showing elephants. Just thinking about the fact, and this, I mean, elephants are on the brink of extinction, right? So, I don't know about that, man. Look, many people, I don't want to criticize or anything, but many people might think, man, There are so many bad things happening in the world. Where's God, right? And I think that's an important question, man. And especially on nature. Nature gets destroyed. There's so much nature gone in the last decades. That's not good. If God created all these animals, why would they let them go to extinct? Right? It doesn't make sense. It's just, I mean, I get the point. It's a playground. He doesn't interfere like in what humans doing, but that's cruel, man. That's cruel. I don't know.
No, he did not ever leave us alone. Just like every manufacturer, he left us with an instruction manual. The Quran and Islam, and I'm sorry to jump to conclusions, but it's the only one possible. The only definition of God is the one and only supreme being. It's logical. A book with zero contradictions, with miracles that are both scientific and historical. Or
well, I can tell about this. I've never read the Quran. That might be true.
With miracles that are both scientific and historical, all revealed over 1400 years ago. Like the detailed description of the human embryo.
The descriptions of the human embryo in the Quran cannot be based on scientific knowledge in the 7th century.
To the mountains as pegs holding firm the earth below, and the two seas that don't mix in a complete separate flow. To the planets in orbit, alternating night and day as they stay in flow. The expansion of the universe and the creation of everything from H2O. To the stories of the past and the preservation of Pharaoh. To identify.
He's talking about science now. Like that, these science, what scientists say, these things are too big. These things are too big. How can you come to the conclusion that you as a human can explain this is just scientific, right? I can tell about this, man. I can, what he said, like about these seas that don't mix up. I've never heard of this, for example. About the planets rotating around, man. I don't know. It's hard to jump to a conclusion too early, man.
The universe and the creation of everything from H2O. To the stories of the past and the preservation of Pharaoh. To identifying the lowest point in the land where Persia defeated Rome. The gushing fluid that created man in the glands between the ribs and the backbone. And not a word has changed, it's still the same. So please explain how.
Sorry for he's talking about Adam, right? He's talking about Adam. How the first human was created, and he was talking about blood. He was talking like how blood works. Blood is a miracle, that's true.
Man in the glands between the ribs and the backbone, and not a word has changed, it's still the same. So please explain how all this was known over 1400 years ago.
Yeah, okay, so he's going on that in the Quran, people knew about such things already that are like the science from today. Like they already knew about these things, and so the Quran was from God himself. That's what I'm getting from that. It was not written by a human, right? Okay.
Known over 1400 years ago to a man who couldn't read or write as he would recite whatever the angels spoke. And if you still don't believe, please try to come up with something that's even close. But you can't, so we took God as a mockery and his messengers as a joke.
Muhammad could not read or write. How somebody who can't read or write gonna start a religion?
Okay. I don't know that fact. I mean, I wouldn't joke around about God or the prophets for I mean, there's no reason to do, right? Just if things would get too ridiculous, right? If people like, I don't know, but I mean, it's very interesting. That's at least, man, it's very interesting to see. I mean, of course, why is science more like rather to believe in than God, right? That's a good question, man.
Not read or write. How's somebody who can't read or write gonna start a religion?
Dismiss these scriptures as legends and tales of the ancient folk as we live life according to our whims, desires, and hopes.
Oh, hold on, is that Drake? Okay. Amen. I feel what he says because, amen. He was talking about money in the beginning, and now he's talking. I don't know even know the words. It was translated with Gelüste here. Like there's something like when you just have free sex with everyone, or that's somehow I would explain it. And maybe just that's not the only thing. It's not just sexual. It can be as well like you eat as much you want and get fat, and you have just many cars and many houses and don't care about others. That's basically it, man. That's very bad things, and it's true. When you live by religion and you have good values, that's a good thing, man.
As we live life according to our whims, desires, and hopes, saying this life is the only home we will ever know. We will live then die, then simply turn to bones. YOLO! Correction, after the grass dies, the rain arrives and it regrows, and Allah promises to do the same thing to your very soul and bring you back from.
So he's talking about resurrection right now. So Allah promised to resurrect you after you die. Would be good, man. But at the same time, I think maybe I have even a worse life than now. You never know, right? Yeah, it's difficult. It's difficult. We have limited time on Earth by belief of science, but not by belief of Islam, as I can follow, man. All right.
Do the same thing to your very soul and bring you back from your very fingertips to your toes, as the all-seeing supreme being watches us so close, and we are surely being tested in our wealth, our health, and our self, and everything that we've been blessed with. So believe, for we will surely be resurrected and be brought back to our Lord and account for every single deed, as He hands us our books and orders us to read.
I just it's not that I want to criticize as much, but I mean, I don't feel spoken to when he says like He gifted us health, right? Maybe I'm just egoistic, but I think I'm not healthy. I got sickness, a very bad sickness. I got a video about that on my channel, man. How is that a gift? Like this is what many believers probably face in their life when they get like destiny is not on their side. They face bitter destiny or fate. They turn their back on religion, and that is the thing, man. You have to keep that in mind. You can't say everybody is blessed, man. That's not true. There's so many living beings that have bad life, and that's, I don't know, that's a problem, man.
Good deed, as He hands us our books and orders us to read. From the bad to the good and everything in between. You yourself are sufficient for your own accountability, so don't be mad at me. You are the one who thought He wouldn't come back to me. I gave you a whole life long to search after me, but you were busy in all that which was temporary, so read. And glad tidings to all those who believed, and if you disbelieve,
I mean, that's the basic thing that I have to criticize in myself. I've never been reading the Bible. I've never been reading the Quran. It's hard for me to discuss about this. It's hard for me to conclude. It's hard for me to have an opinion on this when I've not even reading these books. And that's actually true. Like, how can I be in this discussion when I've not even reading the books, man? The holy books. Yeah, man, that's actually true.
Glad tidings to all those who believed, and if you disbelieve, read. And don't let that day be the first day you find out what your life really means. Read.
It was a good video. It was a good video, I have to say, and I'm not against religion or anything, right? Is in many cases like the reason for people doing good deeds, right? And that's something I can really appreciate about these religions. Many people who doesn't believe are doing bad things. I mean, we have like extremist groups as well. I don't want to talk about them because they don't represent like the will of the Quran or the Bible, I think. So I feel like cut in half, man. I feel like cut in half on this one. Because I really had to criticize things on this video, and I actually feel bad about this because he's just having a good message on this, and you really have to appreciate that fact. Anyways, man, it was a long video, man. I've spoken more than him, I think. I don't know. Anyways, if you loved the reaction, please sub to the channel and hit the bell. You're very welcome to do that. I appreciate that a lot. And right here on screen, you can see a music video of myself. Usually it's in the intro, but not this time because it's not a music reaction, but it has English subtitles and you can understand the lyrics. And right above, you can see another reaction on Coke Studio Pakistan. Please check that out if you're interested, and I wish you the very best. Stay healthy, stay well, and farewell.